What is up, everybody? It is Nexuscomplex, and this is the last game of the regular season, the RPL Season 2. Some of you astute viewers might notice that I skipped over Game 8 completely. Well, I was holding out hope that I would be able to make that game up as the coach had gotten busy in the later part of the season, but unfortunately the other day he messaged us on Discord and was saying, hey, unfortunately I'm not going to be able to make those games up, so I'll take the forfeit losses in my last 4 games, and so it is what it is. So we are coming to this game at 5-5. That forfeit win gets us into the playoffs. I'm happy that we're in the playoffs, but I don't want to make the playoffs that way. I want to feel like I earned it, so I really want to try to pick up a win in the 11th game of the season against Sucking Pigeons, who is the coach of the CInderace, who are currently the 4th ranked team on the table, and I believe if they win this game they have the possibility of moving up to 3rd in the playoff seeding, which could be huge. Also, I was talking about making some roster adjustments. We have done that. We have added Vileplume to the team for Barbaracle, and we have added Sneasel for Delmice. I really like Delmice, but I just wasn't using him as much, and I think Sneasel can give more to the team, and we needed to get some Pokemon with some speed into the team to do something, so we've done that now. Now that all that is out of the way, we will get into breaking down the CInderace. So their top player this season has been Hawlucha. Hawlucha is really good. It has the ability Unburden. It can do a lot of things with it. It can do the Power Herb, so it can do like Sky Attack and just do it in one turn, and then it gets that speed boost. It can also do like Grassy or Electric Seed depending on the teammates that it's with. And it just hits really hard. Fighting flying type. Decent typing. It gets the general fighting flying moves like Aerial Ace, Close Combat, Sky Attack, Wing Attack. It gets Flying Press, which could do either. But this thing just basically likes to move fast and hit hard, and it's one of the top killers in the league. I think it is sitting around it's definitely top 10. I think it might be top 5 in terms of knockouts for the season, and I don't want to add too many more to that total, so I'm trying to get around Hawlucha. The good thing is his defenses aren't the best, but if he uses like a Grassy Seed or something like that, he will get a defense boost. So got to try to plan something to get around him. Next up on the team is Somali. Somali is a wild card because it can be any of the types. Depending on what you need, it can be anything. So obviously it's always going to have multi-attack because it's its main stab move. But Somali, since it's a normal type generally, it's kind of got just a lot of versatility moves. It can set up all the weathers, I believe. And they get some other decent attacks like Iron Head, things like that. So it's really going to be dependent on what type that they bring to the battle. But I could see some synergy with a lot of members on this team. Next up would be Alolan Ninetales, which generally, I'm pretty sure its only ability is Snow Warning, so it just starts Hail as soon as it comes in. It's Ice Fairy, so it is literally the ultimate bane of a dragon type. So Hydraegon has its work cut out for it. Usually it sets Hail and then it can do Aurora Veil, so generally its job is a screen setter, but it still has good enough special attack and speed to where it could be a threat offensively to this team. So we'll have to pay attention to it, and since it's got the fairy typing, it kind of helps balance out the weakness to fighting. I still think a Hitmonlee Close Combat might take it down, but I don't know if I want to risk it. So we'll have to see what happens throughout the battle if it comes, how we want to deal with it. Salazzle obviously does a really good job of checking it. It's literally the perfect counter to Alolan Ninetales. But there's some other Pokemon on this team that make me hesitant to bring Salazzle. And one of those Pokemon is the next one we're talking about, which is Vaporeon, which is a super bulky water type. There's a whole bunch of bulky water types, but a lot of them don't have the versatility that, or I shouldn't say versatility. Vaporeon's kind of set in what it's going to do, but it's really good at doing it. So obviously, like all the evolutions, it gets Wish. Usually when you run a Vaporeon, you do Wish Protect. You can also run things like Acid Armor. A lot of times I see Scald, try to get a burn on physical attackers, and then Ice Beam for coverage. You can also do like Hyper Voice, but its move pool is kind of shallow, which is one of the things with Vaporeon. And they took Toxic away from Vaporeon, which kind of limits what it could do, but it's still really hard to get around. And on a team that is lacking a straight up electric type like I am, it's going to be very difficult to get around Vaporeon if he brings it. I'll have to whittle the rest of the team down and then just make it a one on however many Pokemon left and then hope that I can kill Vaporeon. The fifth Pokemon on the team is Toxtricity, who is one of the new additions this generation, and I really like him. Poison electric type is really cool. 4 times weakness to ground, which kind of sucks. But he does a lot of good things. A lot of times I see him running Punk Rock with the throat spray, so he gets the boost of special attack. Punk Rock is actually a really good ability because he's got a lot of moves that take advantage of it. His speed is middling, but he gets shift gear. So depending on what Pokemon's in there, you could get a speed boost with Toxtricity, and his special attack is high enough that he can sweep some things. So as long as he doesn't get hit by a ground type move, you know, you can live an attack or two. His defenses aren't the best, so like if I were able to get him with a Gardevoir Psychic, he would probably die. But that'd also be risky because I think, depending on our stats, there's a chance to get outspeed Gardevoir, which would not be good. Another bulky Pokemon, one of the ones that made me hesitant to try to bring Salazzle this week, is Mudsdale. Mudsdale's ability is awesome for a tank, so it has stamina, so every time it gets hit, its defense raises. It's already got good defensive stats anyways, so coupling its ability with it is really good. It's a straight up ground type, but it's got good enough attack, solid defense, especially with stamina. Its speed's not the best, but it does its job well. If you want a defensive Pokemon, you need some ground typing coverage, Mudsdale's there, it's got your back. Pretty straightforward Pokemon. Another bulky Pokemon, but not one of the ones I'm... Actually, you know what? I take that back. Copperajah is really not that bulky. It's got good HP, but its defenses are suspect at 60s. So Copperajah is a Steel type. Cool Pokemon. I really like the design of it, being an elephant. Pure Steel type. Heavy Pokemon, so it really makes good use of things like Heat Crash and Heavy Slam. Like I said, the defenses are meh. The speed is obviously low because it's a big metal elephant. But the HP and the attack stats are ridiculous. So basically, if Copperajah comes in, try not to get hit. And if you do get hit, try to get hit with something that either weighs similar to it or resists its move. Next is an interesting Pokemon. I think it gets more use because of its ability, but I've seen some really cool uses for it when I've been playing, just practicing, and that's Penurchin. So it sets electric terrain when it comes in, so it couples well with Hawlucha. If it uses like the electric seed, it can boost its defense on the switch in. It's also, it can be a pretty bulky Pokemon, so if you want to, you know, throw like a Rocky Helmet or something on it and just kind of rack up some damage, it can recover. Its attacks aren't the best, but you know, being able to recover, take some hits, and Rocky Helmet damage will eventually work its way on you. So it's definitely one of those Pokemon you want to try to use knockoff on if you can, and then just whittle it down. If you can catch it with an Earthquake or something, it'll most likely die. Pure electric type. But it's got some interesting things it can do. I'm gonna have to watch out for it. I can't just disregard it. Next up is another Pokemon I've been thinking about because it's a rapid spinner. but it also can do like aromatherapy, Leapseed. It's a bulky Pokemon. Its attacks aren't the best, but it's made to be bulky and kind of have some longevity, and that's Eldegoss. It's a pretty good rapid spinner. That's generally what I see it used as, but it can do a little bit more than that if it needs to. If you don't have anything that can directly take it out, you're going to have issues with it. So that's where like Salazzle or Corviknight or somebody like that comes in and hopefully cleans up Eldegoss. I also have some other options to take care of it if I need to, because its attacks aren't the best. But since it's a grass type, it does have ways of healing itself and clearing status up. You have to be aware of it and what's left on the field, and just make sure you can take it down and take it down quickly. Because it could be, using an aromatherapy could be the difference between you winning or losing a game. And the last Pokemon on this team, I haven't really seen it used that much. So I'm being completely honest, I'm not sure what the idea with it is, but I know that there's something there, and that's regular Farfetched. Obviously, it's a normal flying type from Gen 1. It gets the leak, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not too sure if Farfetch'd comes, what its whole shtick will be. I might have to watch some previous matches of the CInderace and see if I can kind of deduce what the idea is for Farfetch'd. This team did not draft as many S tiers and A tiers as other teams in the league, but they've done really well for themselves, sitting at 7-3 currently. I had the luxury of helping them train for another game this season, so I've kind of seen a little bit of what this team wants to do in that certain setup. And that was to my benefit more so than his, because I was using someone else's team to help him train. So I've already got a little bit of a concept of what they might want to do. So hopefully I can play my game and pick up a win and get a little bit of momentum going into the playoffs. I feel like Hawlucha is going to come, because Hawlucha is just really good at revenge killing. And if it gets enough boosts up, it could be an issue to take down a lot of my team. Toxtricity, I think, is a good option with the shift gear, and its special attack just hits really hard. I think Vaporeon is a really good bulky water pivot, and I don't really have anything that counters it outright, so I would expect Vaporeon. Mudsdale would be a nice option. Not sure, if he gets rid of Seismitoad or something like that, then Mudsdale will have a lot of opportunity to set some things up. Eldegoss is a rapid spinner, and it is a nice counter to Seismitoad. So if you think I'm going to set up rocks, Eldegoss would be good. So I think those 5. And then if I had to choose one more, I'd say Somali or Penurchin. I think Somali, with it being able to be whatever type it needs to be, you can throw it on the team pretty easily and get some coverage. And then I just think Penurchin, with its ability to set electric terrain and pair up with Hawlucha, who has the ability to unburden, I think those two are really good allies. So I think, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to say Hawlucha, Toxtricity, Penurchin, Vaporeon, Mudsdale, and I think Somali. So those are the 6 I think that they're going to bring to this battle. And hopefully we can get the win, end up the season 6-5, and move into the playoffs. Alright, so Alolan, Ninetales, Hawlucha, Toxtricity, Penurchin, Copperajah, and Somali. Kills me here with the... I thought he was going to set Veil, so I was going to try to set Rocks. He just completely obliterates me with Freeze Dry. So there goes Seismitoad. I send in Sneasel. Just going to knock off, just do whatever I can. Figure Ninetales doesn't really have much it wants to do against me. Penurchin comes in here, so I'm able to knock off the Rocky Helmet. I'm going to go into Hydraegon expecting a recovery. I'm a physical set, so I'm going to Dragon Dance, knowing that Penurchin, all it can really do is maybe, paralyze me. Switched into Copperajah, so now I get the Dragon Dance up. I'm not 100% that Earthquake will kill, but I'm fairly confident that it will. So we get the kill on Kaparaja, which is huge. And I also don't think he was expecting a physical set. I'm hoping that the Earthquake kills here. It does not. So that's pretty much the end of Hydraegon. There's no way he's living that Moonblast. I didn't run Calcs. I was hoping the D-Dance with an Earthquake would be enough to kill off Ninetales. It was not. Chased him away with the threat of Mach Punch. I had Power Herb, Hitmonlee here with Unburden. So the Skull Bash, it raises the defense. And I get the speed boost. So now I'm just going to hit this Earthquake and Penurchin is gone. The only thing I don't really want to see here is Hawlucha. But then I see, oh shit, it's Somali Flying type. I got nothing for it. So we're going to go into Corviknight. That's more than I expected. It was a crit. So I was like, ah shit. Alright, well, whatever. Corviknight can do it. I've got Roost, Bulk Up, Brave Bird. I'm expecting Toxtricity. He goes into Hawlucha. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. I built this Corviknight to basically get Hawlucha hurt enough that I could finish it off with Sneasel. Goes to the Sword Dance. I expected that. I Brave Bird. The Electric Seed saves it. He hangs on with 7%. He's going to Drain Punch me here. Kills me with the crit. I'm not sure if it mattered. To me, it didn't really matter because Corviknight did its job. So I'm going to go Sneasel. I knew Ice Shard would kill. So I got rid of Hawlucha. That was a huge threat that I was worried about pretty much the whole game. Now I've got Sneasel in there. I'm Choice Banded, so I go out, go to Gardevoir, Punk Rock. I don't know which item this thing has. 26%, I'm fine with that. I'm going to go Psychic. Hit the Savali for pretty good damage. This Gardevoir is especially defensive. I'm very lucky that it lives this multi-attack. I'm able to hit it with Thunderbolt and kill it. Now I'm feeling okay at this point because Ninetales is pretty beat up. Toxtricity is the only Pokemon left. And I've got some pretty quick Pokemon on my side. Aurora Veil comes up. I kill the Ninetales, but now Toxtricity has Aurora Veil. And I'll be honest with you guys, I think this game is over. I don't know if I can outspeed. I knew Gardevoir was gone no matter what happened here. Gardevoir was dead. I was like, okay, maybe Sneasel can outspeed here and knock off whichever item it's using. But I think he's Scarfed because he outspeeds Sneasel, hits the Boom Burst, and I die. I'm pretty sure it's over now. I'm like, well, shit. Sneasel didn't outspeed. There's no way Hitmonlee outspeeds. I hang on and live the Boom Burst and kill with the Earthquake through the Aurora Veil. I thought I was done. Hitmonlee clutches it out for me, hangs on. One of the closest games of the season. Super fortunate that I won. Happy that I won. Now we can go into the playoffs with a W. We're sitting at 6-5. I was hoping to do better on the season, but it's good enough. I'm still not sure where we're going to seed out yet for the playoffs, who we're going to play. But that's all something I can worry about. That's for future Nexus to figure out. That's future Nexus's problems. Like, screw that. That's not me now. So yeah, I'm just happy to get the win. It's been a decent season. Like I said, not as good as I wish, but I can't complain. It's been a good year. I've had a lot of fun doing this. Hope you guys have been enjoying the videos. I'm trying to make these entertaining. You know, I'm trying to see how much of the people watching actually enjoy these videos and which aspects of the videos they enjoy the most. If you would like me to post some of my Showdown training videos, if you'd like me to post some videos of me doing like crazy stuff with my sets, things like that. The season in review video is going to be coming out very shortly after this video. I'll be working on that super quickly. I'll talk about like MVPs and season stats and things like that. But that's pretty much it. So that was the regular season for the RPL Season 2. Hope you guys have enjoyed it thus far, and yeah, wish me luck in the playoffs. Hopefully we can win a round, best of 3. So that's it, everybody. Thank you guys for watching the video. Appreciate each and every one of you. Speaking English would help. And I will catch you guys on the next one. It's Nexuscomplex out.